We think there is no one who does not know the mummification process. Until today, it was thought that the purpose of mummification was to preserve dead bodies. However, British researchers have revealed that this information is wrong. Here are the details. Mummies are one of the first things most people think of when they think of Egypt. The practice of mummification is thought to have started in 2600 BCE. Considered one of the best methods of preserving a dead body, mummification is a laborious process that involves removing the internal organs, drying the body thoroughly, and finally wrapping it in layers of linen. But what if we told you that the purpose of mummification is not to preserve the bodies of the deceased? Researchers at the Manchester Museum in the UK have tackled misconceptions about the purpose of mummification as part of an exhibition called Egypt's Golden Mummies, due to open early next year. Research suggests that the technique is actually a way of channeling the deceased towards divinity and has nothing to do with preserving the dead. But given that it was Victorian British researchers who came up with the misconception, it's ironic that this UK-based team is correcting misinformation about the purpose of mummification. Researchers thought that the Egyptians used mummification in the same way as they pickled fish, because both processes share a common factor: salt. Campbell Price, the museum's curator of Egypt and Sudan, said, "The idea with brine was that you preserved the fish for future eating. That's what this case is about. But the salt the Egyptians used for mummification was different. The salt, called natron, was a naturally occurring mixture of sodium carbonate, sodium bicarbonate, sodium chloride, and sodium sulfate. Natron was used by the ancient Egyptians in temple rituals and applied to cleanse statues of the gods. Incense, often associated with mummies, was probably also seen as a gift to the gods. The word for incense in ancient Egypt was senetjir, which means to make divine. Temples are the homes of the gods, and burning incense in a temple makes the place divine. In the same logic, when you use incense resins on the body, you are transforming the body into a divine and divine being. So actually the purpose here is not to protect the body." Victorian researchers had other factors that influenced their wrong way of thinking about mummification. British Egyptologists assumed that the deceased would need their earthly bodies in the afterlife. So the purpose of mummification was thought to be to preserve dead bodies. Do not hesitate to mention the topics you are curious about in the comments. Your thoughts are important to me. If you want to support me, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications